Hey, let's cook. Let's cook. I wasn't gonna go live, but the plant situation, I don't know. I have an overactive imagination, so I have to settle it. I'm gonna invite some panelists on here to talk about what they think. I got a lot of thoughts myself, and I don't want to wait to put them on a video. I caught boxing versus. That was a lot of fun. Shout out to Nika for that. That shit was gold. The Haymanites took a lot of losses today. It was real. PBC lost Plant versus Canelo, and the Haymanites, they've been taking L's all day. Hard out here for a gimp. I bet. About to shoot Hitman the link right now. And we gonna cook. We just gonna chop it up about this Plant versus Canelo situation. Get different people's opinions on it. I already see that a lot of narrative pushers are trying to turn this around on Canelo. They try to turn everything around on everyone, but at the end of the day, I told you guys maybe 7 or 8 months ago, back when they first went to Caleb, that I don't believe this will happen. The PBC will find a way to mess this up, and I do believe that's what we're looking at, because I don't expect everybody to follow the sport as closely as I do or as closely as I have, honestly. And I'm not, trying to toot my own horn, but I am smarter than a lot of people in more ways than one. And they don't want to understand that. They don't understand that I see things that other people don't see. I hear things that other people don't hear. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm also psychic. I can read people's minds. And I saw this coming. I did see this coming. I can't lie. I don't see everything, but I saw this. I see most things, not all things, but I saw this. And I told you guys about it here on the channel. So we're going to cook. We're going to chop it up. We're going to talk about it. And yeah, man, I mean, that's what's going on, man. Armando, I would say it's on PBC porque no es verdad que ellos le van a Este es lío. The PBC relies on the conventional pay-per-view model, whereas DAZN is a streaming platform that generates revenue monthly, right? So when you have the pay-per-view model relies on, for the most part, a nominal guarantee, and they hope to make the rest of the money from the upside. But when you have someone like Canelo, who's used to getting so much money up front, you don't honestly believe that Fox is going to give him that kind of money without strings attached. There's always strings attached. Ya tú sabes el truco. Yo soy humilde, pero soy honesto también. ZMH was good. Sakib was good. 13 was good. Iron Kong, Armando, Brandon was good. And I do have a lot of thoughts on this. I didn't want to wait to put it in a video because, sometimes that takes long. So I'll just shoot the shit live about the shit. All right, but I think we got Hitman right here. Hey, Hitman, what's good? How do you feel after that victory? It was a good fight. I caught the fight. Unanimous decision on my card. Easy victory. How are you feeling? And will you be making another appearance on Versus?
Before the Hitman gets started, Julius, the Hitman would like to ask you: Can you hear the Hitman good?
I hear you very well. I can hear you.
Before the Hitman answers that, finally, after a long time, the Hitman doesn't know how many months, but after a long time, the Hitman has come back to the Ring IQ oven. Now, Julius, you asked the Hitman how he feels about the fight. You asked the Hitman how he feels about the victory. You asked the Hitman how he feels about whipping that candy ass.
I want to say I caught the fight. I don't think that I believe his name is Art Man of Seattle knows what the debate is.
Minnesota.
So somewhere over there, up there somewhere in some place nobody gives a fuck about.
Hold on. Somebody said that there was no belt on the line. Hold on.
Show him. And the new IBF versus champion. Unified. Say it again. Unified champion.
Unified.
IBF. Yo, them shits look alright though, low-key. Them shits look alright. Shit, I might have to call Gilberto and Daryl to send me one. Shit. But real shit, look, let's cook, bro. Let's cook. The Plant Canelo situation. What do you make of the situation, and how does it look to you?
The hitman's gonna be honest with you, Julius. My phone's been off, so all day I've been trying to I've been really trying to get into it, but I also been running around all day, so I don't fully know the details. But
Well,
I
this is the
seen.
thing. There's not a lot of details, and we
Uh,
can't believe what's being said because there's already going to be spin on it. Your
yeah.
first impression when you heard that the fight is off or that everything collapsed, what was your first impression? What was your first reaction? What did you think?
I personally thought it was Caleb's fault because they've negotiated a few times in the past, if I'm not mistaken. They've negotiated about what, maybe twice in the past.
This is the third, bro.
This is
This
the
is the
third.
third.
The first time Caleb wasn't ready in time. Hey, let that slide. I'll let that slide. The second time he wasn't ready in time, but he had all this time off, and he's talking about I'm always in the gym, always in the gym. The way I see it, if you're always in the gym and you get that call for a fight of that magnitude, hey, it could be once in a lifetime. You might never get this fight again. Take that.
I agree. I think that like it's funny because my view of the situation is Caleb doesn't have the power to my view of it is he doesn't have the power to make or break this fight. Honestly, don't believe he does. What I believe is happening is look, Fox uses the conventional pay-per-view platform. They're not going to guarantee anybody that amount of money without strings attached. And I said this months ago. I said this maybe 7, 8 months ago. There's no way Fox gives Canelo that money without strings attached, without a commitment. Because, bro, you're talking about what, maybe 30, 40 million dollars up front. This is the same Fox that cut the shoulder programming for the PBC. So that already lets you know right there. They cut the budget on what they're willing to spend on boxing. They cut the budget. So when you think about that they cut the boxing budget, what makes you think they're just going to promise Canelo 40 million with no strings attached? There's something in the legalese. I know there is. There's something in the fine print that he was not okay with, and it just hasn't come out right now. Whatever Caleb's saying, I don't even take it in because, bro, you're not part of the negotiating process. He was dealing with your bosses. You have no say-so in the matter. He's dealing with your bosses. You are underling. You're not even in a place where you get to be in the same room with these people talking about this. You see what I mean?
Yep.
I've been hearing a lot about what's been going on, and I reiterate, they're just rumors, but I've been hearing them for months. Fox may not renew the PBC deal. That's what I've been hearing for months. And they put pressure on Al and the PBC to deliver big fights. And what fights have we been seeing on Fox? They got Pacquiao Spence, big fight.
I was just about to say that. If you notice, we've been tuning in to a lot of Showtime over the past month, this whole year basically. Been tuning in to Showtime, which me personally, I don't mind. I like the Showtime platform better.
No, the Showtime schedule was good. It was good.
I love hearing Al Bernstein. I love hearing more Ronaldo. I love that crew. I love the way they go about things over at Showtime. So I'm not too mad about that. Me personally, you know me, I watch boxing. I don't really care for the
No, I know. But the thing is, I think the misconception people have is that the Showtime schedule has anything to do with the Fox schedule. And it's like it don't. When Showtime get good ratings, that's good for Showtime. And yeah, that's good for PBC on Showtime. But for PBC on Fox, it's a different matter. And I ain't forget, when Showtime unveiled that schedule, Errol Spence, he took to Twitter and he was like, yo, Fox need to unveil they shit. And they didn't unveil shit. They didn't show, like, it was no schedule. If you read about how Pacquiao versus Spence got made, that was just some lucky dog shit that everything else fell through. That Conor got his ass beat, so they didn't make that because that's who Manny was going to fight. He was going to fight Conor. That's why he signed the Paradigm. He was supposed to fight Mikey Garcia on the zone. That shit fell through. Sean Gibbons tried the double deal, make a Ryan Garcia fight. Fake shit. That fell through. The Crawford shit, the $40 million he wanted, that didn't come through. It's like they really got lucky with the Pacquiao shit. But outside of the Pacquiao shit, what other big fights did they have? Wilder and Fury? That's a joint pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's a joint pay-per-view.
That's not like that's just your baby. That's ESPN's baby too. So I thought about it. I'm like, yo, why? Where's Keith? Where's Gary?
Yeah,
Why is it so?
isn't that joint pay-per-view? That's gonna be a majority Fox production all this time, right? Because majority of it was ESPN last time.
Honest to God,
I read up on something like that.
honest to God, I can't tell you with an absolute certitude, but what I will say is the reason I don't believe that it's majority Fox is because of the budget cuts. Mm-hmm. When you see that they're cutting the boxing budget or that they cut the shoulder programming, that tells you that the higher ups at Fox may not want to keep spending money on this. So they're going to reallocate those funds to get a Pacquiao. Like, you know what? Take the money from that, move it over here. Let's guarantee it to Manny because it's commercially viable. Same thing with Canelo. Because, look, there's a lot of fighters that we haven't seen that we should have seen by now. Keith Thurman should have had a tune-up fight by now. It's been 2 years.
Keith Thurman should have had a tune-up fight year before he even fought Pacquiao. He should have had a tune-up fight the fight before he fought Pacquiao.
Gary Russell. Gary has not fought. Bear in mind, Tawk fought 2 times since he lost to Gary. He fought 2 times. Gary ain't fought since February of last year, January of last year.
And that's crazy because usually he fights around May of this year.
So what I'm saying is I'm thinking, and this is just me cooking, this is just me brainstorming, that the reason we're not seeing these fighters is because they want certain dollar amounts up front that Fox ain't going to give them unless you're going to fight somebody good. Like, low key, I think if it was Thurman Ennis, commercially viable. Why? People will pay to see that because they know Ennis got to step up. Thurman is a former champion. But when they ask me, Keith, I never heard of it. Bullshit.
Yeah, that's how you know Keith knows damn well who he is. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Keith knows exactly who that man is. He don't want to see him.
Everybody talking about, like, everybody in the world of boxing is talking about him. And boxing is like Harlem. I know everybody ain't from Harlem, but in Harlem, everybody is 6 degrees from everybody. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. That's how boxing is. It's a small business and it's a bubble. It's a small world. You're not going to tell me that you a boxer and you never heard of Jaron Boots Ennis.
The dude in your weight class.
That fights on PBC.
The dude Errol Spence is talking about.
How Errol know him and you don't?
The dude Damian Lillard talks about, but he don't talk about you, but you don't know him.
This bullshit. It's all bullshit.
The dude, he's hot. Bro, when's the last time people really talked about Keith other than, oh, Keith should come back and fight?
Look, people still living on, and look, I'm gonna say this, and I know that some people might not like it, but Keith, your best one is Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. That's not, like, I'm sorry, but nah, that ain't it, bro. That's not it. I'm sorry. That's
look, those are, the way I see it, those are 2 real good wins, but it's the time frame. Come on, you did that years ago.
Well, this is the thing. When he fought Sean, that was the only fight that Keith had that year. Fought Sean.
Yep.
That fight
got postponed because Keith got in a car accident, right?
Stay injured, Keith Thurman. Stay injured.
Yep. Fought Danny a year later.
And then 2 years later, he's gone for 2 years. He's gone. He comes back, he fights Josecito, then Manny, 2 more years later. It's like, yo, Cass gotta stop giving participation passes. Like, bro, that dude was not it. Look at Tim Bradley's welterweight resume. All right, he beat Marquez after Marquez slapped Manny. You understand? You understand? That's dope. I see Tim Bradley get a lot of hate, and I'll be like, yo, I don't know why Tim actually beat Lamont when Lamont was never beaten. He beat Devon Alexander when Devon was never beaten. It's the truth.
Julian, who in the blue hell are you looking at?
Oh, it's the ghost of Jim Lampley.
Oh, I thought that was a ghost of Ari and Art, man. I was about to say, damn, they're coming to haunt you?
Yo, I gotta say, I don't know why she spazzed out on him after the fights was over. She spazzed out on him, B.
No, because here's the thing about Nika, right? Nika, over the past couple months, if you've been on boxing Twitter, you would know Nika is not the one to play with. Don't play with Nika. Look, everybody, look, the Hitman's got his glasses off, so he's going to talk to you with Charles real quick. The Hitman is known to just go on Twitter and go at anybody. He don't care. The one person Hitman stays away from is Nika. You
Bro, I
don't
was
go
nervous
towards
as
Nika.
shit. I was nervous as shit on D-Style on G Funky show. I was scared I was gonna say the wrong thing and get cursed out. I was real fucking PG. Like I don't want no smoke, man. Leave me alone.
Bro, he lost. Look, I had choppy Wi-Fi, right? That's the only thing that hurt me was the Wi-Fi. Because we in a thunderstorm. We was in a serious thunderstorm out here. It was nice as hell earlier. Started pouring down, right? Notice when I asked him, what did Fury do in the ring in the second fight to give him
Bro,
to be able to just...
That dude don't know. He don't look, I'm not trying to be fucked up, but I'm just saying that dude don't know boxing, bro. He took away Wilder's right hand by crowding him. He stepped to him and kept Wilder feet already bad. But if you step to him and crowd him, he ain't got no balance. He ain't got no balance when you over there. Much less if you right in front of him mowing him down. So he can't throw the right hand. You too close to him. He was hitting
anybody out there who's never boxed, let me tell you guys something, right? Me, my right hand is my best weapon. I love shooting it down the middle. You cannot shoot it down the middle if somebody is in your face. It's not gonna work. It's not. If you can angle yourself off, you can push him off and get a little bit of crack on it. That's different. Wilder couldn't do that. Wilder couldn't push Fury off.
No shift. If it was any other boxer,
he wasn't angling, wasn't pivoting. He didn't use any fundamentals.
Any of these other guys that got good feet, they'll pivot. Like he too close, like pivot. Get to the side of him. Give yourself a little bit of room. They knew Wilder can't really because he don't got feet. And I don't want to turn it into a Wilder episode, but it's not hard to see what Fury did. He crowded him. Exactly. Wilder has to get full extension on the punch because he don't generate the same power up close. He got to get that arm out there to get that power. But if he can't get that arm out there, it's a wrap, bro. He don't have inside game. That's why when Eric Molina caught him with a short left hook, because he was coming forward with his hands down. I'm like, yo, bro, if they get close to this cat, he ain't going to be able to do nothing. And here we are.
Hey, he's working on the inside game now, so that's all that matters. They see, and here's the thing. They could hate Wilder, they could love him. Wilder's doing other things you haven't seen him do. So if it doesn't work in this Fury fight, there's no excuses. Fury's just a better fighter.
I mean, look, I have so many contentious opinions about this shit that I don't even care anymore. I don't even pay attention anymore.
Let's get off the topic.
Yeah, because this weekend we got Conor Ben versus Adrian Granados. I think that's a good little fight. We got Virgil Ortiz versus Mean Machine, which got made. I think that's a good. I'm tired of giving guys air that be wasting our time as boxing fans, and that's what it feel like. Fury is wasting our time. Even Bob Arum. I seen a tweet today where Bob Arum blamed it on Fury. Bob Arum himself blamed it on Fury. They was irresponsible. They didn't take the precautions. We can't blame nobody. It's on them.
People just, man, look, at the end of the day, look, Julius, I'm still one of the biggest Wilder fans out there. Everybody used to remember when I had the double braids. That was a little tribute to Wilder. The man lost. He lost. Fury adjusted, had a better game plan, came in, executed it to perfection. Wilder didn't have no answers. If Wilder knocks Fury out in the rematch, fair play to Wilder. Give him his credit. Yeah. If he loses, hey, back to the drawing board. That's it.
Can't shit be said about it. If he knocks him out in a rematch, great. I think the problem is, at least take away fans like us that follow the sport real close. Just focus on the casuals, right? The ones that don't necessarily follow it as close as I or you. What they know is y'all fought last year in February.
Yeah.
Y'all have not fought since. Neither one of you. You ain't got nothing going on right now that the casual fan don't even have the patience that me and you have. That yeah, we gonna follow the story and see what happened. Nah, the average motherfucker walking the street don't care about none of that shit we be talking about. Glove
game. Don't even acknowledge either one of them. He don't even watch boxing no more because of this.
Average motherfucker, you think the average motherfucker walking the street gonna sit here and have a 10-15 minute conversation over whether Fury had anvils in his gloves? No, they not. They don't care that much. They just want to know that somebody fighting. And right now, neither one of y'all. Y'all not fighting.
Yeah.
So
They can fight me if they want. Still, shit, I'm still looking to fight. They can fight me.
Shit, that's why I got hyped for the verses, because I'm like, shit, everything getting fucking canceled. Might as well get hyped for the verses, man.
And you know Hitman's gonna bring it. Hitman's a part of Team Bring It. We bring it. And oh, here's another thing, right? But I'm gonna get back into character in about after this little thing I'm about to say. But to all of you idiots out there with the he acts like the Rock, this and that. Is that new? Are you guys just realizing that? Like this is brand new to everybody.
Man, listen,
everybody. I literally told everybody, guys, look, you know what? This ain't working. I'm gonna just be a troll, act like the Rock, tell everybody, hey, it doesn't matter what you think, and I'm gonna keep doing it until I get tired of doing it. I'm not tired of doing it yet.
Listen, man, you do what works, bro. What I'm bugging out at, not what I'm bugging out over right now is somebody hit me. They was like, yo, Art Man over there talking crazy. He talking about $130. Bro, you down 1,000. Never mind 130. You down 1,000, man.
Art Man, come work with me for a week. We made 1,500.
I'm like, yo, dog, like you don't realize fucking with Wilder costed you $1,000. Never mind that hundo. That ain't nothing. I spend that on water guns.
All that.
That ass just bought my kids wild water guns. I'm like, bro, you lost 1,000 yams fucking with your boy and you still ain't learned your lesson?
Oh, man, you can borrow this debit card if you need it.
Bro! Like, yo,
I got a couple of them.
You know, at first I honestly believed that maybe he was just in character with this obsessive behavior over Wilder and Fury. I honestly thought it was a character he was playing. And the more I see of him, yo, it's not a character, bro. That dude is like, that's him. That's wild. Like, bro, every day he wake up talking about Fury. Like, bro, I ain't wake up.
I'm gonna be honest. I've talked to him in the DMs. Like, I don't really got no real. I don't got no real will towards him. He ain't never done nothing. Look, the way I see it, you ain't done nothing. My mental health, my physical health, or my money hasn't been dropped. Anything you do, I don't care. Go ahead, say whatever you want. So the conversations I have with him, he's not a bad guy. He's a weirdo. Like me. Look, I admit, I'm good.
Look. This is shit. There's being eccentric, which I understand because artists often are eccentric. Different artists that do different shit, they're always eccentric. That comes from artistic expression.
If you can do something good, do it.
Yeah, like I don't see eccentricities. What I see is OCD because I used to have a job in a hospital around where I live. I used to have to sit on mental patients. I used to have to do one-on-ones. The nurses would call if the patient is suicidal or homicidal, and I would have to sit there and watch him. Sometimes I chop it up with him, and I see in him what I saw in them. He got that glare. They're like, yo, you not all there, bro, because this shit is not that deep. You wake up every day talking about this shit. Like, bro, I don't got the patience to do that about a lot of shit. Every day, talking about this same old shit. Fuck that shit.
I get into a 2-minute argument. All right, shut up. I'm tired of talking about it.
Like, real shit. Like,
he went at it. He was going at it with Nika for a good, 30, 40 minutes about a grown man he doesn't know. Look, here's the thing, guys. Look, I'm going to tell you guys something. You ready? My Twitter personality is just me using The Rock's catchphrases. It's funny. It works. It's in context, right? This dude is arguing with a grown woman. He's really trying to get a grown woman out of character over a dude he doesn't even know.
Yo, look.
Just because he lost the fight.
No, it ain't even that. Look, I saw when he was talking to her. I tuned in. I see that he lied, and I'm like, bro, you really lying. You came to me. Like, you come, like you literally, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to do it, bro. But, like, everybody know me. I don't lie, bro. I can't lie. It's one of them things I can't do. Like, some people bad at math. I can't lie. You came to me, bro.
I'm horrible at math. You could have brought up a different subject.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to him if Wilder loses. To be completely honest.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I'm one of the. I'm one of the. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of the people who actually backing Wilder to win. I look. No matter
Yeah,
what,
but you're not insane, bro.
exactly. I'm looking at it like this. Wilder will always have a chance to win as long as he got this right hand. That's always his ticket to win. But a Wilder loss is not going to affect me in any way. Okay, he lost. Tough
I'm
luck.
gonna tell you something. Look, Mike Tyson lost when I was a kid. That shit fucking hurt, dog. I don't watch, and I tell everybody, but I don't watch that fight. I don't watch the Lewis fight, even though I betted against him, and I did bet against Mike because I knew he was finished, and I knew Lewis was gonna beat him. But his fights, I don't watch. I don't watch
any
that
of
fight.
Roy's losses. I'll never watch any of Roy's losses. That hurts. Look, only time I'll ever look at like Roy when he lost is if I'm trying to look at the fucking outfit. If I'm trying to recreate it on Fight Night Champion. That's
No,
about it.
that like what the Tarver fight when he slid him under the ring when he popped him. I can't watch that shit. Like I don't
can't
watch
that
that
Glenn
shit.
Johnson fight. Definitely can't watch that Joe Calzaghe fight. Oh,
It's fucking fights like Ali versus Holmes, Ali versus Burbick. Nah, I can't watch that shit. I can't watch that shit. So I understand. Like I get that you could really like a fighter. Like I'm not knocking. We fans, bro. How we not going?
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
we fans.
Look, I
But
tried the
that
Charlo
dude is
look when I was in high school.
insane.
I tried the Charlo look when I was in high school. I got Charlo gear right back over there. I got the Charlo hoodie. I'm big supporters of them. But if you say I don't like the Charlos, well, you don't like the Charlos. If you beat your favorite fighter, you'll like them. So then, hey,
This is my thing is. Look, you could like. I guess what it is for me is I understand that not every boxing fan views the sport in the lens that I do, and I accept that because I don't actually give a shit if the fighters are American. I don't care.
If you can fight, you can fight.
That shit don't mean that don't mean nothing to me. I just want to see two good fighters go at it. That's all I care about. So I understand that for some people, nationalism means more to them than it does to me. But there's fandom and there's fanaticism. And where he's at, he is in a very strange fucking place, dog. You've been waking up talking about these guys every day for months. For months.
Talking about your girl. We've never seen this girl. Well, I've seen this girl once, but that's the only time.
I seen the.
I mean, look, if you wake up, if you waking up saying "F this man," but you got a girl, ooh. Let me put the glasses back on. Ooh. Well, you know, the hitman thinks he's a little kumsi kumsa, if you know what the hitman means.
Nah, look, somebody sent me some, like, people send me shit. I try to, and I think people know by now that on Twitter, I do try not to argue because I don't care. I got other stuff I really want to do, so I don't really want to argue. But they sent me, like, shit. Some people gathered intel for me. They send me this shit. I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna leave him alone, bro. He's a kid, and his cuff, she looked like a kid. Like I ain't gonna do that. That's not right. And I'm fucking damn near 40. I'm not
like, come on. He tries calling me a little kid. Look, me and him, we're about 4 or 5 years apart. I'm about 2 feet taller than him. So who's really the one? I mean, look, I get it. Look, I get it. Everybody, look. I'm a
Hitman. Hitman Herms. Hitman Herms. Bro,
look. Know how to fight? Damn right. Hitman know how to fight.
I'm just saying, Planet Fitness is not a real gym. And when I seen him using the Smith machine, I was like, see, and this is why I don't want to argue with kids. Because he was at Planet Fitness using a squat rack, using the Smith as I'm like, yo. Let me not. I'm gonna stay out of it, bro. I'm gonna stay out of it. Like, yo, how you at Planet Fitness shadow boxing? At Planet Fitness? All right, I ain't gonna judge. Everybody can't afford an expensive gym. I ain't gonna judge, but I'm gonna just leave people alone. B. I try to leave.
And here's the funniest part. I just seen this little tweet, like this little rat didn't think I was gonna see it because I was on live. That little bald-headed, double-stunted, candy-ass jabroni Ari. Listen, the hitman already beat the hell out of you. He dug your grave. He put you in it. He picked you back up, beat you up more, knocked the dust right off you, put you back in the grave, and shoveled the dirt over your candy ass. You lost. Shut your mouth. Nothing you say
Well,
matters.
he 0-2 at versus as far as I know. I checked Box Rec. I just looked on Box. He 0-2 in versus, bro. Like,
Boxiana even exposed you earlier. She said you lost to a kid who does a rock impersonation. You lost in my Canelo Alvarez voice. Get the fuck out of here.
get the fuck out of here.
This is my
I
night.
don't know if he's going to get re-signed. I don't know if the people at versus are going to get him another fight. Who can he fight? He's 0-2.
Checkmate.
Word that. You know what? That's not bad. It's not bad. Even checkmate should do a thing. Like,
look, see, I could be a matchmaker. Did you see what I did the other day with Rashidi and Castillo Clayton?
I did see that, and I like that fight. No, I like that fight.
I do too.
But I heard that Rashidi is not with Golden Boy no more. Is that true?
I don't know because he hasn't really spoken on it. But last I seen, they was in like a contract thing. Hopefully, he can get out of that. Because I'm telling you, I've been in the gym with him. That dude can fight. I'm telling everybody in this chat right now. Watching the guy on TV and actually being in the gym with him, I haven't sparred him or nothing like that. Even if I did, I wouldn't give away no information. But the dude's one of the hardest working people out there. Dude's
I'm gonna
fast
say
as hell in real life.
Castillo is one of those what I like to call the other welterweights, the welterweights that we don't always talk about. But Castillo, he won that. To me, he won that Lipinets fight. But to me, he won the shit. But they just, I feel like they didn't want to give it to him because nobody knows him. And they wanted to feed Lipinets the boots. So you can't have Sergey take an L right before you feed him the boots.
Exactly.
So you're gonna give him
another
a draw.
thing too. You see how Boots disposed of Lipinets. I'm not gonna go out there and just say Rasheed's gonna trash Clayton because Clayton, he could fight his ass off. He could fight, he could box.
He's defensively responsible. He's not gonna give you as many opportunities to hit him.
Not gonna give you as many opportunities. If Rashidi were to go in there and dust him or get an easy win, that's gonna get his name up there. And think about it, Castillo's been on Showtime. That's gonna get Rashidi the recognition he deserves, and that's honestly, I want to help get him that. Rashidi is a real hard-working dude. He's been, he's a
because we keep talking about the same welterweights. You see what I mean? Like if I go on Twitter, you're gonna see more people talking about inactive Keith Thurman and Danny Fanny Garcia than all the other welterweights. Like to me, I'm more interested in the Igor Kavaliauskas, the Castillo Claytons, the Blair the Flair Cobbs, because they fighting.
Speaking of Blair the Flair Cobbs, shout out to my boy Blair the Flair Cobbs. Thank you for showing us some live. He came on our IG show a couple weeks ago. Amazing, funny, charismatic guy. Go follow him and check him out. He's gonna be the next big thing.
Yeah, like we've been talking about the same fucking welterweights for like 3 fucking years, and it's like, bro, like Keith Thurman has had 2 fights in 3 years, bro. Why are we still talking about this guy?
Let's talk about these Castillo Claytons or Rashidi Ellis's, guys like that. Don't get me wrong, I love talking about Spence, Crawford, and Pacquiao, but look, those dudes, they've been in that little triple threat thing for the longest time. I'm off that. Let's talk about other things. Matter of fact, I actually want to talk to you about the Jermell Charlo fight. What did you think about that? I seen that you scored the fight for Jermell.
Yeah. Look, it was an unpopular opinion. A lot of people gave me a lot of shit about that, but what I'm gonna say is, one, I've been watching Brian Castano longer than most, first off. 2, I always give Jermell Charlo his I don't got no patience for Jermell. I gotta say that. But I've always given Jermell his flowers, right? And I think the reason that people scored the fight so wide for Brian is because they just saw Brian that night. They don't even see that Jermell cut this man work rate. Like, he cut that shit down. That dude normally come out guns blazing. He could not do that with Jermell. And I seen that, and I'm like, I see how Jermell's jab and that half step is affecting Brian. Because normally, only fight you need to see to characterize what I'm talking about, watch the Patrick Teixeira fight. Exactly. He would not leave this man alone for 12 rounds. He was all over that man like chicken pot. But when you see him with Jermell, he trying to find a way in there, and he can't. Why? Jermell would jab and take a half step back, step to the side. So to me, it wasn't wide for Jermell, but it wasn't wide for Brian either. It could have been 7-5 Brian. I'll take that. But I could see where it could have been 7-5 Jermell. Yeah, I could see that. He hurt him twice. They acting like Jermell ain't the one that got hurt twice. Brian got hurt twice in the 2nd round and the 10th round. He did hurt Jermell. Go ahead.
He hurt Jermell in the third, and you could get that 10th round. No matter what nobody says, that can be a 10-8 round. Castano was getting beat around, depending on how you judge it. But Castano was getting his ass whipped bad in that round. The way see it, that fight, personally,
I agree because it was most of the round, and that's why I'm like this, because he got hurt kind of early in the round, and then most of the round you was getting your ass beat, even though you ain't get knocked down, but most of the round you was getting your ass beat.
Yep, like you could, if I'm not mistaken, some people scored that Wilder Ortiz, the round Wilder got hurt, they scored that at 10-8. A couple people scored that at 10-8.
That you know what this shit is? It's controversial because most people don't do it. They want to see a knockdown. I tried to just be in keeping with the decorum and say that that's a 10-9. I don't give a guy a 10-8 unless he gets knocked down. But once again, there's a precedence.
Yeah.
If you was getting fucked up most of the round, that means the better portion of 3 minutes, 2 and some change. Yeah, there's kind of a precedence for it to be a 10-8 round.
Mm-hmm. But if you don't want to put that, you don't gotta put that. But me personally, the way I seen it, I'm a big Charlo fan. I said a draw is fair, but me, I can see how you would score for Castano. But it's like people just want to come at me for the fact that I'm a Charlo fan. I told them exactly why I felt that way. Charlo neutralized Castano's output. His output was down by 300 punches. Think about that. Castano's known for throwing 800 punches, 800 plus punches. Only threw a couple more punches than Jermell.
Jermell did better than Lara. Jermell did better than fucking Lara.
Way better than Lara. And here's another thing that people don't want to point out. When they were in the middle of the ring, Castano couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do anything. He didn't have anything for him. When they were in the middle of the ring.
They don't like Jermell. Jermell, ahead of that fight, Jermell pissed a lot of people off with some other unrelated shit. And that's what I see, that it's the perfect storm. A fighter that some people already didn't like, and then some people started not to like. He has a close fight with a guy, and everybody's scoring it for y'all don't even watch Castano. Y'all don't even see that this dude is not even throwing as much as he normally throw. He normally throw more than that, right? Mm-hmm. So they both affecting each other. Charlo giving him respect, Castano giving him respect. To me, 7-5 Castano, 7-5 Charlo, I take it. That's why when I seen the draw, I'm like, I take it.
Best part, we could see a rematch. And damn well they're gonna go right back at it. Well, Charlo got a mandatory actually. He got a mandatory.
I mean, it might be because of the mandatories and because Charlo has 3 belts. It could be a year before we see the rematch. To be honest, it could be a year because he got 3 belts. It's a mandatory for each one.
No, some belts. Sometimes they like to be very, very very, very giving. So hey, hopefully we get to see a fight. If we don't, I know for a fact Jermell is just gonna scalp out every last one of his mandatory. He's gonna go right for him. Hopefully we can see Castano versus Tim Tszyu if he doesn't fight Tony.
That won't happen. I'll tell you right now, that won't happen. And it's better for Tim that shit don't happen. Look, I like Tim Tszyu. I'm a fan of Tim Tszyu, but he not ready for that. You not look, Horn and Hogan and Bowen Morgan, they ain't gonna get you ready for that dude. Amateur background is serious. He beat Spence in the amateurs. He beat Deddy Yanchenko in the World Series of Boxing.
And you see what Derevchenko been doing. See what Derevchenko doing.
That motherfucking dude got wild scout. I'm like, yo, Brian Castano is not a game, bro. Tim Tszyu is not ready for that. You're not ready for that. You need to fight Tony Harrison, Kurbanov, Beefy Smith, them guys before you ready for a Brian Castano.
I would even like to see Tim Tszyu fight that what's that dude's name? Madrimov? I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I could see Tim getting him because he throw mad frenzy. Frenzied. Bro, somebody gonna catch you slipping and one of them shit's gonna get through and you gonna be out because he fun to watch. He flawed.
Yep. Hey, it's like people just don't get it, man. It's just I tell people this all the time. Look, close fights happen in boxing. It's not a robbery. Just because the guy you didn't want to win didn't win, it's not a robbery. Close fights happen. They neutralized
Yeah.
each other. Jamel wasn't as aggressive as he usually was. He wasn't able to, press the action like he usually would. Castano wasn't able to throw a million punches. He got
I know that
countered.
ain't. Am I bugging or did he send me $5? That $5 $500. What the fuck?
I think that's $500.
Bro, what you send? You better not send me that kind of money, Kurt. Jesus Christ. Am I bugging?
Nah, it looked like $500. DOP.
Kurt, why you sending Kurt? Why Kurt? God damn it! Why is you sending me that kind of money? You better not.
They send Graffiti Boy some of that money. He gonna be broke for a little while.
Yeah, I heard. He lost $1,000. But my old ass is getting sleepy. I know you young and strong. Guys like me that are close to 40, we get sleepy. So I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, my man.
Always
Always
a
good to chop
pleasure.
it up.
Always welcome back. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. And we could cook. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, probably even in the morning or the afternoon. We could cook on this plant shit a little better because it's like I got so many thoughts. I don't know how to put them all together right now. I'm like, yo, dog. I see kind of what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna save it for tomorrow, man. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. All right.
Got you. My nephew gonna be over here early in the morning, so he gonna wake me up.
All right, bet. I'll shoot you the link on Twitter. All right.
Yes, sir.